Okay, hello, my name is Bertrand Christopher here to demonstrate TCK, the application, the note-taking and flashcard application that leverages AI. So I'm just gonna go through one by one how it works. Basically, there's just the note part. How you create note is basically you have this, for example, example.todo. It's gonna and the dot notation is gonna be presenting the files in hierarchy. For example, example isn't actually a file. This is just, this is the example.todo file over here where it actually to do is the second hierarchy. So that's why it's placed over here. Example is the first hierarchy, but it isn't actually a file. If you want to make it a file, you just have to type it example. And yeah, you could also delete the files. Another example is, for example, basic Python over here is data mining.introduction to basic Python. This basically means this is the third hierarchy. This is placed like after data mining and after introductions. Yeah, that's basically how this hierarchy works. It allows for you to, manage your app notes better without actually like trying to conjure too much thought to it. As long as you have a nice naming scheme, it will be very, very helpful. Another part is you also have the sessions over here. This is like a history of your like trials of what you have actually done. You could actually go back to your past flashcard sessions and you could actually see what you did right, what you did wrong. If you actually use the AI, it will also save it. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Uh, Also for the note taking, how you actually write the note, it should be in the notation where you have a bullet point and then what is something as a question, and then you have a indent, and then the answer is blah 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 blah. And this is how it works. As long as you indent it, it will consider all of these as answers, all these three as answers. And yeah, that's basically how it works. Now moving on, also before we go to the flashcard, let's just go to over here, the settings. This is how you actually add the AI provider. So basically you just add the API. Just add the API key over here, add a name and the provider. And yeah, that's basically how it works. I'm going to use Grok for this project. And for the flashcard, there's two modes. There's the review mode and there's the study mode. The review mode just uses the FSRS algorithm to set, you know, if it's you've done the cards and it is going to uh, output the due date or due when you actually have to review the card. So when you do review mode, not all of the cards you're going to actually review, but for study mode, you're going to review all of the cards that exist in a particular file. For example, data mining.introduction, you're going to review all 16 cards. There's also four options that I provide: random, sequential, hardest first, and easiest first. Hardest first might be quite useful for final tests, is for some people especially. For now, I'm just gonna go click on sequential. And yeah, that's basically how it works. For example, this is going to be the question and you have to type out the answer. You actually don't have to. If you would like, you can actually think about it. But if you want to use the AI for now, you have to actually type out the answer and let the AI use that input as an actual, something for it to actually judge. Besides that, this is where you actually, uh, actually score it, whether you think this is a hard question or good. For now, you could click it over here. You could also undo the question. For example, if it should be like a hard, it shouldn't be good, and I want to undo, and yeah, I just press hard. You could also skip questions. Is for example, you haven't actually read the question and you want to skip it because you haven't actually read it, but usually you don't want to do that. But anything that you would like to do. Skip, you could also skip any time, but it will actually just put the questions at the back, very back of the session. So that's basically how it's going to work. For example, I'm going to try this question. What is Chris mentioned? Or Chris actually kind of forgot. I'm just going to type it out. Business definition. I don't know. Deployment, implementation, deployment. I have no clue. I kind of forgot about it. What else? Data processing or data understanding, something like that. I have no clue. Evaluation, maybe. I have no clue. Should be six. And it's gonna show the answer. And it's actually, let's use check with AI for now. And the AI, after a couple of seconds, it should and display a comprehensive response to it. So again, the AI gives me a 55% overall score with an AI suggested too hard. It shows the accuracy, completeness, clarity, and reasoning quality. For example, my accuracy, some phrases match exactly, such as this, but others are approximate, such as this. I didn't quite get it right. Data processing to data preparation, etc., etc. Completeness, I'm missing several things like business understanding, data preparation, modeling, correct sequential order. My order was not correct. Clarity, it's clear because there isn't really much clarity in this. This isn't really an explaining question, so that's why it's kind of empty. Reasoning quality, demonstrate awareness of an process, but includes factual errors. Yeah, it's basically appropriate. Answer structure appropriate. Yeah, I mean the structure of the answer is fine. I mean, comma sequentially is fine. Keywords, it also has keywords. It identifies keywords for you to actually find. As you can see, I missed three keywords over here. It also shows suggested improvements and the strengths of what I actually did. And yeah, that's basically how it works. For example, you don't have to answer like, or you don't have to list out the, you know, AI suggested evaluation. You could actually, use your own like opinion and use whether it's good or again. For now, I'm just gonna follow it and just press hard. And once you're done, you could actually just quick end, and it will actually have this result. And in the session you could actually see the past results, what you actually did recently, as you can see. And wait, where is it now? This is the one that I actually did just before. And yeah, that's basically how it works, this sessions part. So it allows you to review better and all that stuff, trying to prepare. And I'm actually going to try and use this for my final test. Hopefully it works. And yeah, that's about it. That's the demo. Thank you.